Alright guys, before we jump into this, let me fix something real quick. Hold on. I have to re-add a couple logos on the stream because it wasn't working beforehand, but now it's working now, so let me go ahead and just do that real quick. There we go. Alright guys, so we have possible chances of significant lake effect coming in after the 18th possible winter system, but before we jump into those details, we're going to be focusing on now through Wednesday. So very active areas across all the lake regions here, across all the snow belts. You have lake effect snow watches here across portions of Lake Erie, Lake Ontario. You got lake effect snow watches out there. You have winter weather advisories across western Michigan for Lake of Michigan, lake effect snow across these regions, and you get the upper peninsula of Michigan as well for lake effect as well. You have winter storm warnings up there in the pink, winter weather advisories in the purple. The dark green obviously is the lake effect snow watches. So the active areas across all of the Great Lakes for possible lake effect snow today through Wednesday, and then we have another significant round after the 18th, after that bigger cold snap that comes in where temperatures will be negatives across a lot of areas. So expect temperatures to dip down into the single digits tonight as well. Current temperatures right now across portions of western Michigan, one's out of the west-northwest, it looks like, with temperatures at 21 degrees with a 13 dew point. You do have these winter weather advisories out there now. They're expecting total snow accumulations between 3 and 5 inches, likely with locally higher amounts for basically 7 p.m. this evening until 1 a.m. Wednesday. Looking at these winter weather advisories further out as well. And you could possibly see whiteout conditions as well, is what they're talking about, because due to stronger wind gusts tonight across western Michigan up to 35 to 40 miles an hour, especially along the lakeshore. So be careful if you're out there, because you will be experiencing whiteout conditions of blowing and drifting snow, that more fluffier snow. And that's across a large portion here, across portions of western Michigan. It looks like they're all highlighted 3 to 5, besides these outer counties out here say 1 to 4. But as you're closer to, I think it's basically, it's gonna be, what is this route? 131. Alright, so basically along 131 and west of 131, like this area is gonna see 3 to 5 inches of locally higher amounts tonight. That doesn't even include what's currently falling right now. It's basically from tonight at 7 p.m. until Tuesday morning, I believe that's what they're calling for. But anywhere in this blue circle area, you could see 3 to 5 locally higher amounts. Oh, it's saying until 1 a.m. Wednesday. Okay. And then you have the areas up here across Gaylord, Michigan as well. I wouldn't be surprised if these upgraded to winter storm warnings throughout later on in the week, towards the end of the week, because of better lake effect snow. But they're talking about 2 to 5 on those winter weather advisories with locally higher amounts as well. And then we get the upper portions of the UP of Michigan, where we're talking about 1 to 5 locally higher amounts. Oh, no, 5 to 11 greatest amounts along M26 from Atlantic Mine to Mass City. Yep. So they'll get a lake effect as well up there. And I was just up there last year as well, looking at the lake. But what's our current radar looking like currently right now, overlapping the winter weather advisory? So we have multiple streamers here coming off the lake with a west wind. So we got a couple bandings here developing with the west wind. One coming really far inland, it's covering 96 currently heading towards Lansing. But these bandings right here, they're just sitting over the area. Once we get more of a northwest wind, these could merge into more of a couple more dominant snow bands for the most part across portions of western Michigan. but as of right now, there's just some multi-banding setting up with the west wind. They're kind of more merging into better dominant bands with the west wind as you go more inland, but closer to the lake, it's probably just really light with some multi areas of maybe some more heavier, patchy areas of snow coming down, but it's more configured if you go more inland. But this is all going to change starting tonight with more colder air coming in with the system, more lift, more energy. So that's going to bring in more stronger dynamics for more stronger banding, and we'll get our northwest wind slightly more. That could help develop these bands into more configured dominant bands. So we'll see how that does work out in play, but that's overall radar right now currently across the area. Right now, I believe clock radar is down. Yeah. So we'll click on another radar. It looks like the temperatures across much of the Chicagoland area this morning currently right now is around 11 to 12 degrees with a 1 dew point. So it's very cold out there as well, with wind chills probably in the single digits. Let's go ahead and jump into the forecast models and see what we're looking at here. Okay, let's go to the NDFD forecast model. Let's go to Michigan. So here's our temperatures right here for Michigan. Zoom out a bit. There we go. Let's look at our temperatures right here for Michigan. Probably going into tonight, you see those temperatures drop down into the single digits in some areas, especially across Wisconsin, picking up some negative temperatures as well in the NDFD forecast model. But that's not even the real feel. What I'm really worried about is these wind gusts as well. And the NDFD forecast model is not really doing a very good job picking up these stronger wind gusts. I think the HER model is doing a better job at this. Let's go check out the HER. So there's going to be some stronger wind gusts near the lake shores and also those counties near the lake, especially along 94, 96, and 131 tonight into Tuesday morning. And that's what we're currently watching. We'll get this northwest wind flow. You said a wind shift out of the northwest to go from a west to a northwest wind, which is going to bring in some more heavier snow. I'm trying to figure out. So we get that west wind. It looks like there's a mesolow coming down. And the models are not doing a really good job right now. The HER model in particular is not doing a really good job right now picking up. I think the models are struggling right now on how to pick up this lake effect snow banding based on the mesolows and the wind shifting. So let's do this. So the HER model between now and Wednesday morning, this is what's trying to pick up on snow totals right now. Doesn't look very impressive. I mean, there's some areas that pick up between 3 and 5 and isolate higher amounts, exactly what they said. And then their Gaylord, it's picking up close to 10 inches of snow in the upper UP, getting down with very heavy lake effect snow. But it's just not looking very, very, very consistent currently. What does the NAM3 cam say? Not really impressive any in particular. And the Canadian model does show that Clipper system going in across portions of central and northern Illinois, which that is Tuesday morning to Wednesday morning, and then the lake effect developing across the areas of western Michigan. But the models are not very consistent. I guess we have to go based on day-by-day basis and look on the data tomorrow morning when the lake effects are currently happening over the lake and see what the dynamics are set in place and the wind shifting. If it's more of a western wind, it's not going to be organized. If it has a northwest wind slightly, it'd be more organized. Let's go check out Ohio. Oh yeah, it looks like Ohio's going to pick up that big time lake effect snow. Well, not a big time event, but like it's definitely going to pick up some lake effect. Let's see here. What is our wind gust with this? Well, it looks like Lake Erie's gonna put on a show for lake effect snow. That's for sure. That's the latest European model. The latest NDFD forecast model. And that's the latest HER model. Yeah, we get that northwest wind switch over, and then you kind of kill the banding off because we switch from a west wind to a northwest wind over Lake Erie, so that bandings just die off. Okay, let's look at the larger picture now between the 18th and like I said, big cold snap is on the way. After the 18th at this point. Just gonna kind of look at the models, kind of skim through here, see what it's picking up here. See, the models can't grip onto this 18th system and what it's gonna do. It shows it developing, so the models both agree that it's developing down here across the panhandle around the 17th or 18th, right? What it does after that is still to be determined because the models cannot grasp a big grip on what's going to happen with this system. Is it dives further south and brings in snow, or does it come north across the central parts of the U.S.? It's still to be determined at this point. But the European, the GFS both show it developing at least. Yeah, it develops, but what it does after that, it's right here. I don't know what it's going to do after that. The models are not very consistent, so there's not really much to go off of. But there is some sort of system that goes across the central U.S. to the east coast between the 18th and 20th. It is going to bring in much more colder air. It's going to trigger more lake effect snow across all major Great Lakes. But will it bring winter precipitation across portions of our area? It's still to be determined. It could be further south and we don't get anything besides lake effect, or it could be north and we get something. But it is showing some precipitation, mostly rain with it on both of the models. But there should be cold air in place for snow, but how much moisture is it wrapping around? Is the system fully organized? Won't know until we get closer to the event. But other than that, that's it with this live weather update. Just wanted to show you guys some details in the lake effect snow that's coming in, and stay tuned.